guys, welcome back. I'm Melanie.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is
J&M
Table Chats. We are so happy to have you guys back with us again for episode 6. So let's get right into it. Jessica, go ahead, boo.
Okay, Melanie. Well, first things first, let's just have a little small talk real quick.
Yeah.
First week of school. Does anybody have any funny stories they'd like to share?
Seriously, I would love to hear them. I don't really have one though because my child is just very dry when it comes to. Hey, I'm like, hey, Adrian, how was your day at school? Fine. Did you do good? Yeah. What color were you on? Green. Like
that's exactly how
very, very basic. So it's like,
you have to like,
can I get a little bit more? But it's just like throughout the evening, then he'll like tell me more about how his day went. But otherwise, anyways, no. But yes, if you have funny stories, first day, tantrums, anything, let us know. We would love to hear it and tell it to everyone else because we do plan on having our boys on in about 2 weeks just to kind of see how their first couple weeks of school went and, you know, kind of putting a twist on everything. So just watch out for that one.
And we're going to have them ask us some questions.
Yes. So it would be fun. So if you do have questions as a mom that you kind of want to hear or get a response from a child's point of view, let us know because we will be answering those or having the kids ask us and or ask them those that you send in and see what they have to say about it. So
I do have a funny story about Dominic.
Ooh, yay.
So first day of school, I want to say about an hour and a half after school started, I got a phone call from the office saying that my kid refuses to go to class.
Oh,
so I had to talk to him for 15 minutes right before I walked into work that you will go to class and I'm not picking you up and you're not coming to hang out with me at my job because you have to go to school. And so I just kind of, you know, it wasn't like a crazy story, but it was just kind of like one of those stories that just frustrate you as a parent because you're like, you have to go. Just listen to me. I'm telling you have to go. But no, he just kept saying, I don't want to go.
I know. I mean, I feel like I do have a friend who her son kind of went through the same like withdrawal type of thing, but I feel like it's because like some kids didn't have to go to summer camp all summer or anything like that, so they had more time to spend with you as a mom or as, you know, a parent. Whether it be mom or dad, and going back to school after being so close for a couple months, it's just like, it's hard. It's like that, I want my mom, I don't want to be here, why am I here type thing. But I feel like we are officially through with the first week, within a couple hours or so, and yeah. So I feel like now it should be more smooth sailing or whatever, and the kids should have gotten used to it by now, but we shall see. But I cannot wait to hear your stories. Anyways, but that's besides the point. So let's really get into it now.
Okay, so what are some things that us as individuals still want to work on in ourselves? As like, not just necessarily being a mom, but just us in general. Melanie and Jessica.
Melanie and Jessica. Man, I feel like there's so much to be worked on. Like, I don't know. I think there's such a broad spectrum from self-care to success and whatever you want to do as a career or how far we want to get with what we're doing now with JM Table Chats. And it's just like, there's just so much things to be worked on with, but all in different parts of your life. Like with me, I do have a goal of self-care and trying to get better and healthier and everything like that. Then I do want to focus on my career because I'm not getting any younger. Not saying that I'm old, but I want to be able to, from now, try to work towards a career where I'm going to be comfortable and be able to support myself and Adrian and, you know, not have to think like, okay, what am I going to do tomorrow? Okay, I'm not happy here. So I want to get into something that I like and that I actually enjoy, and just kind of I'm focusing on who I want to be, what I want to do for the rest of my life, or what types of things I want to do for the rest of my life, so that I'm not stuck in one thing just because it generates a lot of income. you know. So I feel like it's just
like being a slave to the money.
no. So it's just for right now. I think things that I need to work on is finding out who I am, who I want to be, and how do I get there. So yeah, that's me. You?
A lot of stuff I'm working on.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm just coming to a good place with self-love and
like that too.
Embracing myself and who I am, being comfortable in who I am, and then like kind of being firmly grounded in myself, so that like, you know, when I'm out places or when I'm doing things, whether it be my work, my career, whatever, I know where my center is.
Yeah.
And then just kind of career-wise, I want to climb.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to climb, not necessarily like a corporate ladder, but just in general, just be successful. Been reading a lot, just trying to open my mind about money, getting better with managing money, because it's, you know, it's a difficult thing, and it's kind of like
finances is so hard.
It's scary. What's scary is the unknown, but if you know it, then it's not as scary. So if you can kind of educate yourself on money and like how people can make money for them, and kind of like switch your mindset about it, it's not as scary as it used to be. So I'm working on that, and then it's a daily struggle working on keeping myself calm with my child sometimes when he tries my patience.
Oh yeah, patience is everything type of thing that you need to work on. I don't feel like that's something that's ever just going to go away. Like, oh, he's just wonderful, he's great. That's never going to happen.
Well, I'm just trying to work on my responses.
Yeah. Because sometimes it comes out slick and sarcastic because I'm very...
Yes.
Very,
and then they start mocking you, and then you just want to...
But you can't, because you're like, he learned that shit from me. So it's just like... You gotta correct it.
Yeah, like, that's
absolutely.
good to speak your mind. It's good to, like...
But let's watch how you
vocalize, but not to me.
Yeah. It's like, I'm gonna need you to sit down, like, 5 times. I have 5 seats. Like...
Please.
Yeah, I hear you on that. Adrian is just like me. So he's very sarcastic.
And very, like, logical. I feel like both Adrian and Dominic think so, like, logically.
Yeah, because sometimes I'm dumbfounded. I'm like...
It's like,
did that just come out of you? How old are you again?
Yeah.
You're 6, boy. Calm down. Slow down.
I'm taking it to that level. I remember the other day, Dominic was like, I was like, Dominic, did you bring your tablet home from the school? Dominic's like, well, my backpack's here, so my tablet's always in my backpack. I'm like, boy, I'm gonna slap the... Listen, I just asked, yes, mommy, yes, ma'am, I brought it home. Like, don't be looking at me sideways talking about, well, duh.
You know what the thing is, though, that sucks so much is that you just, like, you want to laugh so bad. You're like, this little shit is so right. He is, like,
They're
speaking
smart.
the straight truth, but you're just like,
It's
don't laugh.
Yeah.
Listen, that's not what I asked you. I asked you if you brought it home. The answer is yes or no.
Yeah.
Not a smart remark. It's just like... In your head, you're dying, but you have to make sure that they know.
Everything. At the age of 6, are we the only kid? Are we the only moms that at 6-year-old they like try your life again? It's like the 2-year-old phase all over again, but a little bit differently.
Yeah.
More in the talking back versus like the pitching the fits.
And the thing is too, they don't even know like that they're being a smart. They're just saying it, like they're just straight out speaking their mind, like
they're just
boom,
speaking. Yeah, they're just speaking
exactly what comes to their mind, and it's just like pause, stop, think, then speak. Like, you need to filter yourself a little bit more there, honey, because you're a little too much of a smart
A. You say something.
Yes, exactly right. It's just like
talking about like duh. Like, duh? I'm gonna duh your head. Duh your behind.
Oh my god. I'm telling you, I swear. But it is never a dull moment, I'll tell you that. It's never a dull moment. I feel like it's a constant entertainment with them, too.
So, okay, so we're working on those things.
Yeah.
Like... But another thing that's very important is that everybody has goals and, like, plans for their life within, like, the next 3 to, like, 5 years.
Yeah.
So what are some of yours? Like, what are some of your goals? Like, where do you see yourself in, like, 3 to 5 years from now?
3 to 5 years. I feel like 3 years is nothing. I feel like years go by so fast.
Oh, my God.
That it's just like, damn, 3 years is like... blink, there it is. But honestly, like, I would want to be able to say that I have things of my own, have my own home, or, you know, at least live on my own, have like generated income, like I said, have a set career by 3 years from now. I would hope that that's possible. And just kind of be in like good terms with myself and my living arrangement and finances, and just be able to live. In other words, you know what I mean? Like, not have to be day to day like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, or I gotta do this, or I don't have this, or I can't go there. Like, I want to be comfortable. I want to be able to live. I want to enjoy life. And like, especially that from 3 years from now, like, Adrian's gonna be older. There's gonna be so much more things that we can do together. So it's just like, I want to be able to do those things and not be like, I can't.
To travel, to be able to like take your kid and show them the world so that they're like well cultured.
Yeah. Like, so definitely. So like in 3 years, I would say that's what I want. I want to be able to be at. 5 years, I would hope that I would be possibly in a relationship, and possibly
she will be in a relationship. It'll be 5 years, bitch. You better be married.
Yeah, I would love to.
And on like baby number 2.
Yes, Lord Jesus, from your lips to God's ears. But yes, I would definitely like to be married or even engaged to that point, and having another child, because that's definitely something that I do want in the next 5 years, is to have another kid. I want to be able to still be young and grow with my child. I don't want to be having a child at 40. Like, no, that's not for me. So I feel within the next 5 years, I would love to have another child and be married. But if that doesn't happen, I've already spoke to my mom and like discussed it. I wanted a child, point blank, period, however it comes. But if it's for a reason that I don't find love or good in a relationship or anything like that, adoption is something that I definitely always wanted to do. Like, so whether it be with a significant other or alone, adoption's definitely in my future, because I feel that I've always been called to help somebody else. And kids, I love kids so much. Like, they're just such a passion for me. So I feel if I can help another child and bring them out of that poverty and show them love and a home, and
it's the love,
what it is to have a mom,
the stability.
Yes. And not to mention, just give that example to my son. Like, you know, yeah, mommy maybe didn't have another child physically, but this will be your brother or your sister, and you know, you will love them just the same. And I just explained to him the reasons of why I want to do it and what they're coming from, so he understands, like, wow, you know.
And it's something special.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just, I feel like it's more rewarding to me than it is to the child.
And it's like, why, I mean, when there's so many, not saying like why have your own kid, of course it's something different, but it's like there's something special about going and like, I feel like God will choose that kid for you, put that kid in your life. Like, I feel like, and you can save them from so much. Like, if every family, or like half the families could adopt just one kid, like, that would make the world of a difference. Because my parents not my mom, I don't know her story, but my dad was in the foster care system, and it's mentally screwed them up. Like, well, that's what I'm saying, and I want to be able to have a child and save them at a young age, them from that, and
to give them the opportunities that my son will have. Like, I want to be able to show them what life is besides maybe the past couple of years. And I don't say I want an infant. Like, no, I want probably a toddler, maybe my son's age now, 5 or 6, so that right away, they know they're coming out of something. Because those are the ones
that people don't really, everyone wants the brand new newborn baby, but that's there's so many kids that
exactly. Like, I'd rather have, not saying that the baby's less, you know, I don't want a baby. No, I would love a baby, but I would love a child who's already aware of the situation they're living in, so that they are aware of what they're going to get. And to be more like the gratitude, and it's just so much easier, I feel, to bring them in, and then I have an older kid, and they'll feel the love, and they'll know, and I don't have to go through that whole process in the future of, your kid, you're adopted. Like, you know, I want them to know where they're coming from, so that they already know, like, no, I am not your birth mom, but I am your mother. Like, I am going to be that mother figure for you for the rest of your life. That's
I am your mother regardless.
Yeah, that's such a huge, huge thing, and that I've always wanted to do. So, whether it be with a significant other or not, it's gonna happen. I will adopt a child. God willing, it will happen.
It will happen.
But yeah, that's definitely one of my goals within the next 5, maybe not, if not 5, 10, 7, whatever, it's gonna happen though.
Can we just pause for like 1 second because I just have like a really short rant on like child like adoption issues. Like, number one, I don't understand why it is so expensive to adopt a child from any age. Okay, newborn I can understand, but like anything other than that, like if they're like 5, 6, 7 and they're inside of a foster care system, you're telling me that if I don't have however many thousands of dollars, I can't save that kid? They're just going to sit there and rot in the government system?
My question is, why is there even a price on a child? Like, why am I paying you to take a child into my home and raise them under my roof, with my finances?
I can see like paying for the paperwork, paying for the process, paying for certain, but the price that they have on those kids, and it's like, oh, you may be 100% qualified by our system, background check and everything's good, but you can't have them unless you got $20,000.
Yeah, or unless you're generating this amount of income a year. Granted, I understand that you don't want to give a child to a family that's already in poverty, because then why are you taking a kid on if you can't afford a child?
I mean, they're going to be in poverty in a foster care system.
Yeah, I understand that too. But I mean, I can see where they don't want to take a child from one bad situation and put it in another, because that's just more trauma. But at the same time, if I can afford it, or I live in an apartment, or I live in a home, and I'm willing to take on that child,
and you have the
why are you, like, especially child from like different countries where you would think it would be cheaper? It's more. Like, granted, like, if you do...
You're paying for flights and documentation for them to become legal here. Like, I get that aspect of it. But the extra money that they're just making...
No.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, just to pay the agency.
To pay the agency when, like... I understand they need to be paid, but they don't need to be paid that much.
Yeah. Whereas there is other options. Like, I've looked into it, done my homework, and there is where you can adopt within the state, and then, you know, the state gives you an income until the child is 18. So you kind of take them on as a fostering.
Is that adoption or is that foster care?
It's fostering until you can adopt them, I believe.
The only thing, my aunt did that, and that's how I really like fell in love with it. But my aunt used to do that.
I know, because they can take the kid away.
Yeah, they can take and they've done that.
But that's why you have to look into it to where it's a kid whose parent has never been around, or who it was like, I dropped my child off at the door.
There's
or
still a possibility.
But there's some that they've signed their rights away.
Oh, okay.
So if they have no rights, exactly.
Yeah.
So if they have no rights to the child, then you're gonna have that child. So yeah, you have to look into it, do your homework, make sure you get a child who the parent's not gonna, have that risk of coming back. Like, you do have to foster a certain amount of time before you adopt, but those are options too if you can't afford that super expensive adoption fee. There is ways that you can adopt within the state, because just like in your backyard, there's many kids that need love and need a home, where you don't have to go across the country to get another child, where there's literally in your own state, there's so many that need it too. So there's a lot of options, but it's just a matter of doing homework, and I will do my homework when it comes to that time.
So,
on another
note, quick subject change because we got off topic a little bit. A big thing out there right now is like, everyone wants to step on people to get to the top. And there are a good amount of women, especially like good public figures, that are being more like, hey, let's support each other. Let's not tear each other down. Like why would I tear you down to make myself look better when I can help build you up and you build me up and we elevate together
as a unit.
Sex coming together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all women. Like, why would we not want to empower women? Women came from being the bottom of the barrel to just scrubbing the floors and taking care of the man in the house, to now, like, we are able to chase our dreams. We're able to do things. So why tear down other women? Why not build them up and be confident in yourself that whatever you put is going to come back?
That's the thing. That's the main thing right there, is the women who are tearing down the other woman is because they're lacking a huge amount of confidence, and they feel like the only way that they can step up the ladder is if they get you out of the scene, especially if you're such a confident and powerful woman that they feel like you are a threat to them. Then they're going to try to knock you out. They're going to try to make you look bad and try to put you down because of the fact that they don't want you in the same realm or in the same scene as them, because then you're going to steal that thunder in their eyes. When in reality, your mentality is on such a different level that you're not worried about that person or worried about their ego or their reputation or you know, how they feel about everybody else. Like, you're just there to do you, to do what you came to do. And hey, you want to do the same thing I'm doing? Okay, jump on board. But that's your mentality. Other women see it as a competition or as just like a rival. Like, oh, she can't do better than me. I got to one up her. Why? I understand what you mean. Why? Like, what is the point of that? Where do you get at the end of the day? But get kicked right back to the bottom.
You waste
more time.
You have, okay, let's say in a day, you have X amount of energy to exert, to use. You can put that energy into something positive, and like whether it be whatever you put that energy into is going to come back to you. So if you're putting it into negativity, all you're going to get back is negativity. If you're tearing other people down, all you're going to do is end up tearing yourself down in return, or other people are going to come and it's going to circle around.
But
like,
that's the thing.
It's a waste.
I feel like that's the thing they fail to realize is that you're wasting more energy and more time worried about the next person instead of using that energy and building yourself up alongside that person. So anyway, like, the point of the matter is, don't waste your time trying to knock somebody else down when you could be investing that time in yourself and building yourself up alongside that person. Be wise with your time because you're not going to get it back. So use it wisely, use it to your advantage. Stop worrying about the next person. Worry about yourself. Simple as that.
Stay in your lane.
Exactly right. Yes. Anyways, okay, vent over. But anyways,
So we're going to wrap up this session, but before we wrap up this session, we have some fun and exciting news to share with you all. Adults only.
Yes.
This is for the only adults. Men and women are welcome to join,
Yes,
single
yes,
or in a relationship or married. You feel free to watch because this is going to help everybody.
Yeah.
We are going to do a late night talk show with us, and then we also are leaving the door open for people to volunteer to come in on this one. This is going to be rated R.
Yes, so
adults
literally
only.
Don't watch it with your children around. You can watch it whatever time of day you want to watch it.
Yes.
But just make sure that you're by yourself or amongst other adults. But
Make
it
sure
is
you-
going to be rated R.
Yes.
So you gotta grab your glass of wine.
Yes, I was just gonna say
join us, sit with us. So as we have our wine and our talk. And like she said, if you want to be a part of this episode, please send us a message or comment below if you're interested, because we will be getting dirty and flirty.
And that's all we're going to give you. We're going to leave you guys intrigued.
So let us know if you want to
episode.
be included, because we would love to have you on, and it would just be so much fun. So anyways, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for episode number 6. We can't wait to see you back. And again, make sure you tune in next Sunday because you don't want to miss it. It's going to be fun.
We're going to be giving all kinds of pointers and tips.
Yes. So anyways, thanks, guys. Like always, like, comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you for your continued support. See you next time.
See you next time. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Melanie.
And we are
J&M Table Chats. See ya. And we're done. Like that. Boom.